Have you back?
Merci beaucoup.
All right, then. Lagos, Nigeria. The program is Lagos Farmer here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Once again, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Taiwo Barwa. With us in the studio today is Dr. Paul, missionary, and he's going to be walking us through his journey being a beneficiary of LSADA. Good afternoon to you, Dr. Paul.
Good afternoon, madam.
Very good to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to come here and share my experience with you. I thank everybody who have made it possible. I'm grateful.
You don't look like a farmer.
Well, I'm just
Where is your hoe and cutlass?
Well, you can see the studio.
Because I need you to confirm to me that we have moved past that era of carrying hoe and cutlass.
The studio is so beautiful. So
thank you.
You don't expect me to come with rice and booze, And I did all of that. Yes.
All right, then it's good to have you. It's good to have you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you have participated in several LSADA programs over the years. Can you walk us through, how the journey started for you, and what was your farming operation like before LSADA?
Well, I want to start by saying that, LSADA has been, to me, an incredible institution. I mean, they've touched my life in ways that I consider inexplicable, as a matter of fact. And everybody who had opportunity of come in contact with LSADA would actually testify to this. When I started my journey of farming, very casually, there was nothing in me that would show that I'm a farmer. As a matter of fact, I would say it's a coincidence. A friend of mine, I had an occasion where I had to do, kind of love feast for my friends and colleagues. And then I had to go to poultry to buy, birds from there, broilers for that matter. And after that, the impact of that meeting was so huge. And I decided that from time to time I should be hosting such a program. But I felt, then it would be cheaper for me, and even better, that whenever I want to do this, I could just walk to my barn, to my pen, and pick, the bird I want, and do that without having to go to poultry to buy another stuff. And then, that's how my job started. I started with 5 chickens and 3 turkeys, in a rented apartment. And then, while doing that, a neighbor came and said, listen, Pastor, why don't you increase the number of these birds so that we can buy from you at Christmas? I said, that's a nice one. Increase it to 10 and 20. And shortly after that, of course, in that kind of scenario, that mortality is inevitable.
Absolutely.
So you don't know, nothing has, no skill, no training whatsoever it is. You just dabbled into it, and as a matter of fact, we're having
animal husbandry.
Oh my God! It was, it was just like that. You couldn't give the proper feed. Sometimes when
vaccination,
when it's raining, you have to cover the whole thing altogether.
Absolutely.
And they begin to cough because you do not know that they need air to be able to survive. That's all of that. So it was at this point, that I got with it, while all this happening, then I got in touch with them. I called it LSADA,
Lagos State,
like LSADA,
LSADA,
beautiful. Then this is where I acquired my skill. So much against so much. I was, the interaction was incredible. I was taught to the seminars on how to go about it, how to train them, how to take care of the birds, and what to do when you are facing crisis, and even how to market them, because sometimes you want to carry to open market and you get frustrated. I was told, let somebody else do that. You know what I'm saying? In all of that, and just face,
production.
Yes, food production. We call it value chain.
Yeah,
Just pick one value chain and fish that, all of that. So it can't be jack of all trade in this business.
Absolutely.
So concentrated with, when it is time, we just call our friends, in Lagos University, and professors, and say, look, we got this. The people come in to buy from me, and then we now call people who are used to selling, say, go and pick the money one to go sell for us, and why that was happening, we got in touch because we talked about before we came to the studio. We talked about the crop, the orange fresh, sweet potato, which is one of the best things that happened to me. From LSADA. I was invited by a friend one day, to attend the program.
One of their seminars, right?
Yes, one of the seminars. Yes. That were anchored by, you were there, my friend. Okay. By that wonderful quintessential mother, I call her quintessential woman, Mrs. Justina, Balogu. She's actually the one that I called that program, and she was just so passionate about that potato, and because I had worked so much in African countries, so one of my mission places was Liberia. Potato leaf was one of their best big privileges.
Yeah. Okay, so let me come in there a bit, because you just mentioned something that you cannot be a jack of all trades in farming.
Yes.
But some people are able to blend animal husbandry and crop.
Absolutely.
Right. Talk to me about the nexus between these two farming, because I have read somewhere that they kind of have a relationship, but how do you merge the two?
No, it's so simple. The first key is passion. I have always wanted, to have whatever I want, in my environment closer to me. I want okra, I go get it. This doesn't take so much. This doesn't take so much time.
You don't like to spend money. You just want to be plucking everything.
Not just spending money. You want to have it organic,
fresh.
Okay? You want to have it fresh. You come to my compound. You have plantain, you have banana, you have all kind of things there in my farm.
You don't want to be giving us money to go to the market.
Oh my God! No. If they will meet the standard, then no problem. So when I was introduced to this, we came. The topic was, popularizing the orange free sweet potato in Lagos State. And we came. I was invited. I came with my friends, and I can't believe that we were given. You could see that some of these things, it could bake with it, it could make bread with it, it could even make garlic with it, this orange free potato. And I tell you the truth, that thing contains about 17 vitamins. You can eat the leaf and everything. Better than what I have seen in other countries. We're given dry stem, but I went there and I had to, create a water system, that made me water it morning and evening, and it survived. And of all the people, most of the people that came for that seminar, man, was explosive. That's what brought all the full complement, of the directors and managers in LSADA to my house and to the farm. It was amazing, and we had an incredible story. So much so that, please forgive me if I don't call it properly.
LSADA.
LSADA. No. I used to call it LSADA before. LSADA featured me in their Lagos Farmers Magazine. I am there. If you want to know more about orange sweet potato. Now you were trying to look at the nexus between the two, right?
Yes.
If you are a poultry farm, for instance, you don't waste the waste that comes from the chicken. Yeah. You don't waste that. It becomes money. In fact, I have bags of that. If you come around my place, you wouldn't even know there's a poultry in the place, because everything is bagged. You get everything collected and bagged and kept. I use that as well to fertilize
as manure.
As manure
for the plantain.
Yes, for all the other things in my place and all of that. So there's so much. And so the connection is so wonderful that this can feed this can take care of this. Okay. Then number two, if you're into fish,
Are you into that?
Presently, I am into fish, but what I do is processing.
Yes, which one of the value chains?
Yes, value chains. I process. That's where I insisted I had to just take one value chain. I process for export.
Awesome.
The training that we have had
from
LSADA.
Yeah.
Is we've gone for training, in all the best hotels, and in fact, the one of the training we had was at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It was amazing.
Do you pay for those seminars?
No, not free.
Awesome.
Man, Lagos State, I will talk to somebody. I don't know. I've written an article and I posted that. I said that if you go to other states of the Federation, then you know that Lagos State is something different. What it had to do with being passionate about feeding his people.
Amazing. All right. Kudos to the government of Mr. Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. Another thing you'd want to, pay attention to from what Dr. Paul mentioned earlier. In Lagos, we're big on waste management, and so when you have poultry waste, you can actually divert that into crop
production.
Yes, crop production. That is, it serves as a manure for your crop.
An organic manure for that matter.
Organic one for that matter. You are not using that is, mixed with chemical, right?
Organic, yeah.
All right, this is Lagos Farmer here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You can be a part of the conversation by putting a call through to 0809 9120777. 0915 687 127 is another number you can call to reach out to us and be a part of the program this afternoon.
Très bien. Now, would that suggest that you don't use inorganic?
Knowledge is progressive.
Yes.
When we started, I just got to buy, manure from, from the fertilizer. But when I understood, what I have, you have such incredible opportunity, and then you're going to buy. I began to use my organic manure, and it's working. Okay. Absolutely working. In fact, there's something you can even do if you're if you're a fish farmer. The water.
Yes, the waste from yes, you can actually generate market from it and feed your fish.
It's absolutely
so to a large extent, your farm is somewhat organic.
Organic.
Awesome.
In fact, on occasion, I brought plantain to the LSADA, right?
Yes.
I brought them plantain, I brought them banana, I brought them things, the fruit of the farm.
To sell.
Not to sell.
Okay, to
appreciate them,
to appreciate.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I mean, they've not sold anything to me.
Awesome.
Everything has been encouraging me. And I tell farmers, that you a peasant farmer or a small scale farmer like myself does not make you completely helpless. Okay? You can also give out something. Okay, you don't always stand there to you want to get.
You want to receive.
You complain. I've always said that you don't complain, and we had a situation where I called it political farm. People, a lot of people, they just collect and disappear.
Okay, yes. So that's a very important point.
Yes.
Political farmers.
Yes.
Who they come. They're empowered and then they sell it at the gate.
That's how they get the sell this. And I've always been very bitter against that.
Talk to me. Don't you think agri can be quite, daunting? Maybe it's quite difficult to execute. That's why they're just collecting it and running away or something. Maybe it's hard work. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Mama, there is dignity in labor. Dignity in labor. If you don't put in, it shouldn't receive.
We're talking about soft life, yeah.
Then go just come and
they have no passion. They have no passion.
I mean, if you have passion, this is something that you wake up in the morning, you see green
all around you. Nature.
You've been to my place. Now on Tuesday, the 24th of this month, I'll be hosting LSADA staff for what you call a capacity building seminar, where I'm inviting people to come for training on how to, on fish production, poultry feed production and processing for profitability.
Okay.
A focus on small scale farmers. You just come over there. Have two people come. You need to be empowered. You need to train how to make profit from that.
Yeah.
Our schools actually churn out graduate every year, and there is so much out there in terms of unemployment. And the Lagos State government is doing a whole lot to reduce unemployment to the barest minimum. And one of these is, educating and enlightening people on agric and food production. And of course, it is one of the reasons why you have this program on Radio Lagos Farmer, powered by LSADA,
which is Lagos State Agricultural Development Authority.
Yes. So another thing I want to add to that is...
I also add, sorry, I've interacted with people. I'm a consultant.
Yeah.
People in different places, in different states. I've never seen officials so friendly like the staff of LSADA. Those people are called me species from another planet.
Species?
No, but if you want to confirm what I say, you travel to other states. These ones are so passionate. I mean, it's because of the way I appreciate, that when you go, they just get dotted all over the places. Because I see something in them, incredible quality. They make you feel like home. If you don't succeed with them, I don't know where you're going to succeed, because they will make you want to do that.
We're talking food production here. Why wouldn't you be happy?
To succeed, all right? For instance, let me take something. They had a program in my place, a training, last year, October, I think 14 or so, on fish production and export, procession, and all of that. You can't believe that. When we finished, they gave some of us smoking cane.
Okay.
Yes, I was
one of the beneficiaries
of smoking cane.
Awesome.
And they opened a platform for everybody that received this. The purpose of that platform was for people to do, demonstrate that they're working and making profit from that. I mean, what else do you expect from people? And when you're faced with such challenge, you want to make, you want to show, you want the people that gave you that to be proud of you.
Yeah.
And I tell you, because we were told that, of course, it is true that a sport is very, very difficult.
Yes.
It's okay. If you can't export now, export the local market. And I tell you the truth, when we process our fish, because everything goes out of that. No intestine, no grill, no gill. It is clean and wonderful. We smoke for about 4 or 5 days. So crispy. It can last for 6 months. Okay, so it can pass any taste in any country. And we go to local people. People want something clean.
Sure.
The one in the open market is cheaper, but they keep the money for us. Okay.
Yeah.
We package it in such a wonderful way and all of that. So you can really make money if you take advantage of the windows open to you by Lagos State government.
Awesome.
All right, Dr. Paul, one of the reasons why I think people elope with materials and the support being given to them by LSADA is the fact that they think agric is, a difficult or hard work. But then talk to me about how one can infuse modernization into farming. How have you been able to, modernize your farm?
Okay. I think, what comes to mind, when I think about that, is what we do with what they call the smoking cane. When I see people, drowning in smoke, by wood smoke, trying to smoke fish,
I know.
Naturally,
it's called smoky jollof.
Naturally, it repulses.
Yeah.
You don't want to be part of that.
Yeah.
I can't even stand, breathing smoke, firewood and all of that.
Okay, so how do you dry your fish?
But my dear, you just switch on your gas, your gas, and you begin to smoke it, man. You could lock it up, and before you know it, it turns brown, and then you could smoke it with that. What may remain there is about 10%, less than 10% moisture. Yeah, that way it can start. It can go to any part of the world, and then you go get labor, you package it, begin to sell, and it make some money.
It's free from dust.
Yes.
It's free from insects. It's free from all form of contamination.
I tell you something. The first day my wife we did the first smoking, my wife took it to her school. He's a teacher, chemistry, he's a chemist, and all of that. Her colleagues were buying and we're eating the thing like snacks.
Yes.
Because you just break it. You don't need to wash and all of that. You just open the lid and you put it in your pot, and the thing swells.
Yeah.
You're incredible.
Yeah.
You know what you're eating. There's no contamination. You know where it's coming from.
How long have you been running this business?
Which of the business?
Um,
Or my farming business?
your farming
Okay,
business.
maybe about 5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
Okay, so talk to a fresh farmer, a new farmer out there, on how not to make a mistake, right? So that they can actually make profit in whatever they are investing their money in.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say this very fundamental. Be prepared to invest something to receive something. You got to invest to receive something, no matter how small it is. Okay?
When you say invest now, what do you mean? Money or time?
Of all your resources. Little money, time, and then, for this, I give you an instance. Somebody procured about 300 birds from me. I think 200 birds from me. I helped him get it from somebody, and it wasn't about a month. He called me, said, I lost 150 of that birds. So much more. 150. What happened? They covered it with, they put the whole thing in a room and closed off the window. By the morning, all the birds were dead.
So you needed to invest in training.
Number one, in training the first thing. Go get trained.
And they can get that free from Lagos State Agricultural Development Authority.
And then from, free, of course, you have to pay for it. But if people like me invest, like I told them, the training we are doing on Tuesday, 24th, is, you have to pay a little token, just a little token. But I also said to them that nobody will be turned back because you don't have money to pay. Okay? Because, of course, it takes money to organize this and all of that.
Sure.
Then number two, build a pen. A pen, that is well ventilated. You can do it. Build a pen. Then clean you also invest your time, clean your poultry. So they don't get sick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because when they get sick, you spend more money. For instance, when your ball begin to cough, that's something drug we call Tyrodox. That Tyrodox is close to it's I think up to 18,000 or something like that. A lot of money. The drugs are expensive.
So it's better to avoid.
Avoid that. Prevent all of that. Okay. Go through the processes of vaccination, all of that. You have to invest little money because at the end of the day, you're going to make money. During the Christmas, I sold one chicken for 5,000 naira for one. So if you're a peasant farmer like I am, a small scale farmer like I am, and then you have 40 birds that you set at 5,000 naira. You're taking care of your bill.
Sure.
Talk to me about value chain. A lot of people were conversing that, Keith. So the value chain is quite long. You can actually leverage on any of these.
Absolutely.
To make money. But you're practically doing all of these things.
Well,
from start to finish. Talk to me about, the ripple effect on your business.
Well, like I said before, it's not completely from start to finish. At the point we're compelled, to let people sell, for us.
Okay.
Yes. And the other one is that at the moment we source our our fish from somebody else.
Okay.
A very good, poultry. What do you call that? Fish farmer. We get our fish from them, and we just process. And we concentrate on processing.
Processing, amazing.
Yes.
But for
amazing.
crop, you do the production.
I do the production.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. We'd like to have your number before we let you go.
Of course, my number is here.
No, let the public know.
Okay. My numbers are, number 1, 080 8075 1393.
Once more.
Again, 080 8075 1393. The second number is 080 2972 4670.
All right.
For
the
now,
sake of
before
those
we let him go,
okay,
we'd like to announce because you are brought here by Lagos State Agricultural Development Authority.
Yes.
For those who would like to reach us, because we train him and we train them for free. So our number is 0802 320-1282. I take it again, 0802-320-1282. That is Lagos State Agricultural Development Authority.
That's right.
It's located at Okwoba, Agege.
Absolutely.
All right, then.
And then the last thing I want to say before you sign up.
All right.
Have you signed up?
Dr. Paul, I'm sorry, we can't take that again. I'm afraid this is where we'll have to wrap it up on the program this afternoon. We're running out of time already.
Absolutely.
I must say a very big thank you to you for coming on the program. I have done this with Adedeji Odulisi.
Yeah, merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much for being a part of the program. Also, maximum thanks to our social media team, Daniel Downsy. Big ups to Victor Terry. The program has been brought to you courtesy the Lagos State Agricultural Development Authority. Our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. I remain Taiwo Barua. The program makes a return next week, Friday at 4:30. Do enjoy the rest of your Friday, Lagos.